Good morning, good morning. How are you today? Welcome to Two Girls Treasure. Welcome to Coffee and Create. I'm so glad to see you. I'm Diane Pruitt. We are live here at Two Girls Treasure in Florence, South Carolina. We're located at the PD State Farmers Market. We're right down from I-95. If you're traveling, stop in to see us. If you're visiting on Facebook or YouTube, say hello. Let me know you are in the virtual house. We have some projects to do today. I have some lovely, lovely things to show you. We have been, I have been on my own this weekend. So I have some wonderful projects that I've done and some wonderful projects to share with you. Michelle, good morning. I am so glad to see you because you're involved in this. You are. Do you want to see how? So my friend Misha had sent me some beautiful, beautiful napkins to decoupage with. And I made good use of them. This one would hands down have to be my favorite. Lisa, good morning. I've been missing you. I will see you soon at the market, won't I? Michelle, that has to be one of the loveliest decoupage napkins I have ever used. It's the perfect color. It is the perfect finish. I love a classic blue and white, and that just turned out amazing. I'm going to show you how to do this. You know how to decoupage. This has a stand on it, so it'll stand up all on its own. It's tough. This is 2-layer. This has a secondary heart on top of the heart. That's not easy to do with decoupage without tearing it or getting wrinkles. I have wrinkles in it. I'm okay with that. I love the texture of the wrinkles. I don't even want to distress this one. It's so amazingly beautiful. I have also done some work. I want to share it with you, but my photographs are uploading. And yeah, they're still going. They're still going. I can show you the old-fashioned way though. Let me kick back over to just this so I can show you. This is one of those hearts. I'll post these. Life has wrinkles. Yes, it does, Lynette. I will post these, and of course there's your blue one. And look at this jar. Look at this jar. The roses are lovely, but look at the texture on that glass jar. We're going to do one of those tomorrow. I found the most amazing inspiration from a lady in Siberia. This is the other thing I wanted to share with you. The Alabaster Women's Conference. This will be held Saturday at the Effingham Church of God, and we will be there with some of these products. There will be other vendors, there will be speakers, and some amazing praise time. And I hope you are able to come if you're in the neighborhood. Okay, so I was unsupervised and I had the entire kitchen island covered. So I have some pieces that are ready to go, and I want to create a chalkboard with you this morning. I also have some more of the beautiful decoupage napkins that Michelle shared with me, and I think these would look amazing on these. It's just the right color background, just the right shading. I think these would look amazing. What do you think? I love to do decoupage, so we can get to those. If we don't get to those today, we'll get to those tomorrow. We'll get to those tomorrow. I want to do a jar tomorrow, and I want to do more decoupage, and I might get to the decoupage today. Chalkboard paint is a whole thing, and it stinks and it's sticky and it doesn't go on smooth all the time. And if it doesn't go on smooth, you don't have a pretty chalkboard surface. But if you use your Rethunk Junk paint products, you will have a chalkboard surface. Unsealed. It needs to be unsealed, because if it's not, then you're not going to have a chalkboard surface. If you seal this, you're going to have a surface that will take the chalk, but it won't go on right. I'm going to scrubby this right quick because I got some trash in it. I'm not exactly sure what I was doing that I got trash on my painted surface, other than the fact that I was working on so many other painted surfaces at the same time. Y'all, I had an assembly line of Valentine's happening. Are you decorating for Valentine's? See, I feel like I did not decorate properly for Christmas. So now I feel like I have to compensate for it by decorating for Valentine's and doing better all year long so that I'm redeemed for not decorating properly for Christmas. It's just how I'm feeling about it. All right, this is smooth. This is nice and smooth, and it's pretty. And I have two different kinds of erasable liquid chalk. These are Iron Orchid designs. This is your white. This is your charcoal. This is being retired. And I have the kit of 5. This is also being retired. So if you don't have an erasable liquid chalk in your life, you can buy this and get this, and both of them will be 20% off. Or you can buy this and you can buy this, and both of them will be 20% off. I think I have 4 bottles of the charcoal erasable liquid chalk left. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Judy. How are you? Erasable liquid chalk is a real thing. If you came by the store during Christmas, you would have seen that we had erasable liquid chalk on the door, and that was neat. I'm gonna spin you down right here to a solo view so you can see what we're working with today. Unfinished, finished. We're gonna move this to the side because we want to get this painted and dry so that we can use our charcoal. I'm gonna mist my paintbrush. I want a nice smooth surface, so I'm gonna just mist the paintbrush, and we're gonna put 1 good coat of cloud on this chalkboard. I want a pure white finish. Don't forget, if you are watching on YouTube or Facebook, any of the products that we're using are available on the website. You can watch this on the website also. All you have to do is go to twogirlstreasure.com, go to the live shopping tab. That will give you access to this video. It will also give you access to the Copy and Create collection, and you can shop any of the products that we're using. You can also book a reservation on our website for any of the Valentine projects through the end of January. So if you want to do something like this, this is available. We're going to let this dry, and all you have to do is book your class, ask for whatever date you are interested in, and we will get you taken care of. While that's drying, let's go back over here. This is a box that I painted in ruby red quite some time ago. It has been battered and beaten, and it's been sitting on the shelf. I love old boxes. This one, let's see, there we go. This one I feel like needs some decoupage on the inside. Maybe this would be a great chalkboard in here. Oh, wouldn't that be a beautiful chalkboard? And you open it up and you have your sweet love notes. I love a good wooden box. This is a good wooden box. I'm at that age where I save regular cardboard boxes too. Alice, I'm so glad to see you. Good morning. We are gonna have some fun with erasable liquid chalk this morning. So I'm going to get out my thin mount, because you know I use this frequently for my inks, and I have alpha bellies, I have block letters, and I have swoosh. And swoosh is my jam right here. I love swoosh. And these are big letters, y'all, right? So we don't want to use up the entire space. But we can do enough. And I think I left my brand new letters stamp set at the house. And you know, the letter stamp set has the small letters in it, and the small letters fit perfectly. Everything just tumped over. There we go. Up and at 'em. There we go. All right, so we've got an L and OVE. Need that. Set that over. We need the O and the V. And with this, you can change your message anytime you want. And you don't have to use the stamps and the inks. You can just use regular chalk. I like my messages really pretty. And I want to see these. I want to see these put together. Love it. So there's your cursive writing. An entire generation past us will not get this. We will. We will. Look at that. I think I've got my O a little bit crooked. There we go. All connected. All in a nice pretty line. Yeah, I think that's just fine, just like that. What do you think? I think that works. All right, I'm gonna use my thin mount to pick them up. I think that would be the better option here. We're all over the place because they're not in a straight line. My O is low, my L is high, my V and my E. My L and my V and E are in the line, sort of. Nope, my L is low too. When you use your thin mounts, you can actually line your letters up on a line. And that way, when you lay them down on your surface, they're in line. They're where they're supposed to be. And there we go. Then your work, perfect. Then your work will look like you intend for it to. When we turn this over and we put this on this board, there we go. It'll be just right. And we can tip it a little if we need to tip our cursive. Now, erasable liquid chalk operates exactly like your inks. You need something to roll it out onto, and you need your brayer. This does not go in your ink pad. It is thick, it is sticky, and it will not work well on an ink pad. It works perfectly fine when you use your Sheets Fast tape. Watch this. So move this over, and I know this is all on a white background, so it can be hard to see. I have to stand up because I just can't sit down and work. I need like jack stands on my table. All right, just enough. We don't need a ton, we need just enough. We've got 4 letters, L, O, V, and E. Run your brayer through it, get a good load. You want it a little bit juicy because this is chalk. This is liquid chalk, and this is erasable. So let's put this, cover those letters nice. Catch any spots, it will separate on you, so you have to work quickly. It is chalk. So we've got our love. You ready? Let's mark where we're gonna put it. Use the lines to make sure we're straight. Once you lay it down, anchor it. Now, the chalk is slippery, so don't go to town. Gently, just gently tickle the outline of all your letters. Impress that chalk onto your board, and voila, just like that, we have love, 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 sweet Valentine love. We can put some embellishments around it as well to make it real pretty. Let's clean off our letters. Just a simple baby wipe cleans those off so that you can put them away and they'll be ready to use next time. The erasable liquid chalks don't take a lot to take off. Sometimes your inks can be a little bit sticky and take a little extra effort to get off. Your erasable liquid chalk does not take that much effort to get off. And once it's on, you really need to let it dry well so that you don't smear it, because active little inks, they'll smear. It's going to have a nice distressed look to it. I'm going to put my V back. I'm going to get some more letters out. So here's the thing. We wrote love. I want to put notes on there too. And the thing is, when you get ready to change this, you can. Since it's red, you can take the love notes off, and you can use this again for the patriotic holidays. You can use it again for Christmas, come Christmas time. You really only need to have stamped on it one time. All right, love note. I'm looking for my N, M, O. Here's my O. I need my T. But your erasable liquid chalks give you an amazing flexibility with your projects that you may not be used to having because, well, if you stamp something with ink, that's what you have, right? I'm looking for my N. With swoosh, you have to turn it over so you can make sure you get the right letter, because they're swooshy. They're swooshy. All right. I'm not sure that the S will fit because 4 letters fit perfectly. So let's just lay these down. I'm gonna have to move them down just a little bit. Yeah, the S is not gonna fit. I'm using my big letters. That's all right. All right, now we're gonna pick this up off the board, and that way we can line it up. I've got ELC on my knuckles, so I'm getting it on the red board, not where I want it. Don't disturb your top. Your ink is still wet. Pick this up. Find out if your letters are lined up. It looks like I did pretty good this time. Load your brayer one more time. There we go. And right here under the love, lined up, lay it down. Make sure you anchor it. And just follow. I usually just follow the outline of every letter. It's easy. They're just letters. But that way I can make sure my erasable liquid chalk, my ELC, gets a good load onto the painted board. Just like that. Just like that. Now we have a board that says Love Note. I think that's so sweet. Love letters, love notes. Did you ever write notes in school? Did someone ever write you a note in school? I think that's so pretty. Let's embellish a little bit more. Let's clean off our letters. Because we've got the fan going. There we go. We have our whiteboard dry. I'm just going to clean these off with a baby wipe. It does the job. A wet paper towel would do the same job. These are just easier, and they're so versatile. I can use them on so many different surfaces, so many different products. They work for the inks, they work for the erasable inks, they also work for the paints, they work for everything. All right, let's see what we have here. I love the Alphabellies set. There's some really pretty pieces in here, and I had them out. I was going to use them on a different project, changed my mind, but I left them out. These are the rose pieces, roses and greenery. They're so pretty. So I'm going to lay them on the acetate. I'm going to load up my white erasable liquid chalk, and I'm just going to coat these real well, and I'm going to freeform stamp. So I didn't put these on the acetate on the thin mount so I could use it. I'm just going to stamp it. So we've got this beautiful centerpiece. Let's start with the curved piece first. Let's do this. Oh, you know, we can bring this right down here. It looks like it fits perfectly. Look at that, it does. It fits perfectly right there. I love that. How sweet is that? How sweet is that? And you know what? I can do the other corner too. Just like that. And then we'll be symmetrical, and my head won't explode. Look how beautiful. Look how beautiful. just simple and lovely and Valentine sweet. Let's put this set right here in the center. There we go. I love it. Oh, that's so pretty. So pretty. Scott, if you're watching, you can write me love notes on this. Write a love note every day. Isn't that pretty? Love note. All right. Let's do it in different colors now. You want to? I think that's great. I'm going to set this to the side. We'll let that erasable liquid chalk settle. Let me clean off my Alpha Bellies stamp pieces. I love some Alpha Belly. Alpha Belly is very, very good to me. You can do so many different things with it. Our Retiring Iron Orchid Design sale is still on. Buy any retiring product, get any not retiring product, and get 20% off both products. If you're not sure which products have retired, just message me or look. There should be a list on our website. Just look for it on Facebook too. I'm gonna put one more coat of white paint on this because it's not quite enough. It's not quite enough, is it? I want it to be nice and coated and pretty. It didn't take long for it to dry at all. But we want this nice and clean so we can put a different type message on this board. Just get that paint on there. You want it to be a good thick coat, but don't overload it. You want a nice finish. Just get it on there, cover up the blank spots, and back and forth. I'm gonna pull in one direction and let that paint come on down nice and smooth. I missed a spot there, got it. All right, we'll set this right back in front of that fan and cover our paint back up. Now let's take a look at this sweetheart right here. Let's do a decoupage on this. Do you know how to, I'm gonna clean this ink off my brayer right quick too. Do you know how to pull your napkins apart? Because it's not easy. It's not that hard, but somebody has to show you, right? Somebody had to show you so you could learn. So don't raise your hand. You don't have to. Let's get that nice and clean. We don't want it to mix with any other inks that we use, and we don't want it to dry on there either. The ink that's on the acetate should be just fine. The inks take a little extra time to dry, so we're not going to lose anything right there by letting that ink sit out. But if we let it sit on the brayer will absorb it. It'll dry and it'll cake up. So we want to take care of that brayer. This one, oh, this one already came apart just by itself. Save these white sheets. That is going to be part of our tomorrow project. When you pull your napkins apart, save the white sheet. You can always, always use it. And I think this has one more layer. So Really all you've got to do? I can do this easier than I can do the grocery store bags, y'all. You've just got to find the place, and I usually go to the corners where you can separate the two sheets. There we go. And if you just get enough lift, you can get those two apart. You want to pull gently. You don't want to tear it. It's so pretty. There we go. Save that sheet. That's a whole other project. Save that sheet. All right, let's see. We need that fan on a little bit higher, and I'll just move over. Put my ELC over here. Now let's figure out which direction we want these sweet little birds to go. I like them right here. I like them right there. Let's ease this one over just a little bit. Let's make sure this one's in the center. We'll just use this one for the centerpiece. There's the center of the heart right there. If we draw them up a little bit, there we go. There we go. All right. Now, I'm not going to use the entire napkin, but these are not easy to cut. And you know, I always go for my razor blade, but these are not easy to cut. So all I'm going to do is go around the edges, sort of give it a little scrape. So I've got my outline. It's going to tear a little bit. Find the way that this works for you. You might do it a completely different way. Taking a wet paintbrush, a little damp paintbrush helps. I went and got a cup of water. I have no idea where I set it down, but it's clearly not within my reach. All right, I'm going to set this to the side, and I'm going to grab one of my paintbrushes. I've got my Rethunk Gunk. This is our decoupage medium. And let's put a little bit on the board. There we go. Let's just pull this around. I don't want to go too close to the edge because I want to keep this on the inside. I want to keep my pink rim. And I used my pink and my ruby red. I used my flamingo and my ruby red blend on the inside, so I would have a nice backdrop, a rich Valentine backdrop for this decoupage napkin. All right, there we go. That's covered. Now to lay it back down the way we intended for it to be. I've got the outline, so should be able to walk it right straight down, lay it down gently. You know, a brayer is so good for this. Now, I'm not fussy about the wrinkles, right? Life gets a little wrinkly sometimes. You can take an iron, you can take a heat gun, but do it gently. You can take your hair dryer, again, do it gently, and you can heat the wrinkles out. I love the wrinkles because I love how it gives you the vintage finish. It gives you a beautiful textural finish. And you can scuff over the top of that after it dries, and you can really create an amazing look. Just gently gonna spread this across the top. We want a little bit extra, and this'll help. There's my train. There's the train. What time is it? 9:40. We've got 20 minutes left. This will help when I get ready to peel the paper off. I don't want to snatch it while it is wet because it'll tear it. And I don't want to tear the decoupage paper. So I want to be very gentle. I'm going right over the edge where I use the razor blade. And there we go. Now, let's swap out. We're going to let this sit in front of the fan. And we're going to take our board back. I'm going to tuck the edges under so they don't flip over the top right there. It's just going to flap in the wind. This is coated pretty good. This looks pretty good. I love it. It could use one more coat, or it could use Barnwood Plank stamps. That would make it look amazing, wouldn't it? All right, let's do, oh, I sure wish I had brought my small letters. All right. I am going to grab this only right here. Okay? The neat thing about the block type is that it gives you that in between. It gives you that in between letters, in between words, and it gives you a separation. You can write the other words any way you want to, but when you pull out your block type, you've got a whole other finish there. I'll show you. I'm searching for the word. I'm going to turn this around. We're going to use the gray erasable liquid chalk. Make sure you shake these up really well. My birds look like they're flying over there. They're very distracting to me, but they're so cute. Michelle, those are some of the most beautiful decoupage napkins, and I knew I'd find something special to do with them. Nothing is more special than a Valentine. There we go. Open that up, pull all that plastic off. Brand new erasable liquid chalk in charcoal. Now, we do have red, white, black, yellow, and blue. Oh my goodness, wouldn't this look amazing with blue on it? Yes, it would. Do you want to use charcoal or blue? I love the pure blue and white thing. What do you think? Charcoal or blue? What would you use? Oh, let me shake them both up while y'all decide. I am leaning blue. I am leaning blue. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. I think so. Let me lay down a little bit of blue ink. Isn't that pretty? Oh, the things we could do with that. Ooh. You know what would look amazing? The rose toile on that. Do you want to see the rose toile on that? Definitely blue. Miss Judy, what do you think about rose toile? I think so. Let me see if I can lay my hands on it, because I have such a stash of stamps out, because I've been playing with them. I have been playing with these stamps like it's nobody's business. Let's see. Let me find rose toile. What do you think about that, Miss Judy? Do you think that would be amazing? pastoral toile. I sure do, but I don't want to show you something I can't sell you, because that's no fun. Alright, there's my farm animals. There's my rose toile container. Where's my rose toile? Where is it? And I have frippery, and I have... What in the wide, wide world? Okay, no rose toile today. I have the... I must have used it and not put it away. Who does that? Apparently me. That is tragic and completely unacceptable. However, I'll use the pastoral toile. If you do not have pastoral toile, do not panic. I love the rose toile too, Miss Judy. Apparently, I love it so well that I actually have it sitting somewhere other than within my reach, because it is definitely not in my rack. The package is. Oh, this is brand new. I bought this one from another retailer who happened to have extra. And Miss Lynette, if you'll remember, I think I asked you if this was one you wanted. And you were not sure. But I can always accommodate. This is so lovely. Hard to see exactly what the patterns are inside the plastic, but this is what they look like. Aren't those beautiful? I love the finish of the pastoral toile. I love a toile. I love to say toile. I love to stamp toile. I think I will use the piece that has the cow. Now, this is brand new, and this is first generation. So this is gonna take an army grip. No joke to pull this apart. There we go. Over the years and the changes that they have made, they have been amazing about improvements. I'll tell you what I'm going to do with this one, because it's not going to come off that board. I can tell you that right now. It's not going to come off the acetate without a fight. And I came here this morning to show you something really cool. I don't want to fight with a stamp set. So I'm going to cut it out. It'll be okay cut out. It'll be easier to use cut out. And we can get to the good stuff quicker. This is pastoral toile. It is a first generation Iron Orchid Design stamp set. If you don't have it, I'm sorry. Come here and play with mine. You can share mine. Because this is going to be beautiful. Now, I got some on the edges, so I need to clean it up because I made it real juicy. And there we go. Let's stamp that cow right there in the center top. And just gently, don't mush it. There's a lot of detail work going on there. You don't want to mush down and smear the image. When you're done, gently peel it up, and you have, oh, isn't that beautiful? Isn't he the cutest little thing? Sleeping in the brush. But look at that blue on that white. That is beautiful. Absolutely lovely. And the most amazing thing is, this is not permanent. So if you change your decor style, you can change this. You sure can. Now let's add another element. Let's add, let's see what this is right here. Is that a young lady sitting down with a butterfly? Yes. Scissors. Cutting in between, and there's some smaller pieces here. This will be fantastic. All right. I love it. She's going to be beautiful on here too. We're going to put her right here. Remove my scissors. Get a little bit of blue erasable liquid chalk. This is such a beautiful cobalt color. Okay. And we will put her right here in the center at the bottom. Oh, we've got an amazing flow blue around the edges of this. Now, if you're doing erasable liquid chalk and you want to keep the design that you put on, you can do that. You can do that. When you're finished, let it dry and seal it. Just let it dry and seal it. Oh, it's a boy with a bird. Sorry, young man. I thought it was a girl. It was hard to tell. I've never used this stamp set before. I love that. I'm going to go ahead and wipe these clean real fast. I am loving this blue erasable liquid chalk. What do you think? Love the cow? Miss Judy, we love that cow, don't we? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That cow is cute. I love a pastoral scene, a country scene. Times that were simpler, when half the world wasn't sitting down on their phone, they were sitting down looking at the birds, looking at the cows, looking at the flowers, picking baskets of them. I think we're missing a lot of things. We also gain some too. It is pretty cool to be able to come to you live just like this. It really is. I like this design. I like this shade of blue. I like the way this is finishing. I'm going to cut some of the smaller pieces here, and we are just about out of time for today, but boy, we could sit here for a couple more hours, couldn't we? This is fun, y'all. This is fun. Erasable liquid chalks are retiring from Iron Orchid Designs. You can change out your designs whenever you want. You can chalk on the windows whenever you want. You can change your decor when you're ready. Just erase it. Just erase it. This is the first generation pastoral toile. If you want to come over and do the craft and use the pastoral toile, I will be happy to share with you. I will, because not everybody has these. The first generation of products, my goodness, really seems like it was only yesterday, and it has been a really hot minute. And we have a new release coming up. you will probably want to be certain you purchase and keep all the designs that you can. Because once they retire, they are so difficult to find. And if you have them, you don't have to search for them. And they're interchangeable. The flip side of that is there are new products coming out. So if you hold for a minute, you can just grab some of the new stuff. I like to have them both. Now, beauty of erasable liquid chalk. Got it on there, wiped it off. Easy peasy, just like that. I got some on when I was running up the side, and I did not mean to do that. Easy enough to fix it. I'm just going to do a border right here. I love this. I love this so much I don't know that I wouldn't seal over this part and just leave the center of the board for messages. Look how beautiful that is down the side. Let's do the other side. It's not going to be completely oppositional, but it's okay. Who's going to tell on me besides you? Great time today. Lynette, thank you. This is really a lot of fun. These crafts are available as kits or as studio craft. And what does that mean? That means any of these projects that I am doing in January are available for you to come in and do studio time and create your very own. We have all the materials here. I will share with you my pastoral toile until we get the new products in. And then, oh, I love this. Then we can start playing with those too. I have a list on the Coffee and Create collection. Just look for that. And these are called Coffee and Create Customs. So look for the Coffee and Create Customs. You can type that in. Of course, if you are on the website watching, just drop that shop menu down and you can see all the good things. I'm in pastoral love with this. This is so beautiful. And not exactly symmetrical on the sides. I'll compensate for that somehow. I might fill in a little blank spot here. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. I'll make it straight. You want me to, you know what? Watch this. It's erasable liquid chalk. You've waited all morning to see this happen. Watch. I smeared that one, so I'm going to have to be real careful. Gave it a little bit of Flow Blue. Look at that, y'all. Just so you know, it's erasable. I made a mistake. I just wiped it off. Look, I just wiped it off. Erasable liquid chalk. It is a real thing, and it is going away. How long does the ELC last? A really long time. Shake it up every now and again, and it'll last you for forever. I'm going to set that to the side. I will fix that damage shortly. In the meantime, let's bring this back over here, because now I'm obsessed. I have so many things that have to get done today, and I'm going to have to make myself do them, because now all I want to do is play with my ELC and my pastoral toile. So I will do more of that. after my obligations of being grown up and running a business are done for the day, it'll be great times. I am going to use that blue ELC. It is a richer color than the China blue. It looks like it has a lot more pigment to it. Now I'm going to be obsessed with it, and that's all I'm going to talk about. I'm going to take the edge of this napkin off this heart. If I pull a little, if I get a little extra, I'm not going to be sad about it because I have a beautiful pink background underneath it. Michelle, I'm not going to throw these scraps away because I have another project to do. I will be back here tomorrow and we'll do it again because I have found inspiration from Siberia and I want to share it with you. The jars that I did, wait till you see what we can do. I'm going to have to do several steps to get to what I want to show you. Oh, there we go. Look at that. My sister always says sometimes I look like my mother, but I think I sound like her. Look at that love. I think that is so, so sweet. Sweet little songbirds. These just look like candy hearts, but they're grown up because they have beautiful images on them. I'm so glad that you were able to join me today. It's 10:02. It is 10:02 and I have orders to ship and I have things that have to be done to run the business of Two Girls Treasure. We have the spring inventory. We had a live sale on Saturday. Come by and grab some of that spring because the temperatures are coming up, the rain is coming down, and all the flowers are going to bloom right before we get another freeze. So get your planters, get your pillows, get your watering orbs and your rain gauges so you can keep track of how much rain we're getting before we get another freeze. Come by and see us anytime. We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. through the end of February. These are our winter hours. And you can find us online anytime. I'm Diane Pruitt from Two Girls Treasure. Y'all grab a cup of coffee and go create. Have a wonderful day.